Hello, my name is Bill and welcome to Mind Your Crypto. I hope that you are having a fantastic day and a fantastic weekend wherever you are. Let's go right now to see Bitcoin, and of course we are going to see many things right there. The monthly close is coming, important days ahead of us. Where are we going? What are the next price targets? What do we have on the short term? All of these questions are going to be answered shortly. Thank you so much for watching. Have a fantastic day wherever you are. Let's go right now and see Bitcoin. So Bitcoin on the 4-hour frame. You can either call it a bearish pennant, or you can either call it a neutral triangle or a symmetrical one. But in order to have a symmetrical one, what we need to do is to do the math behind. Everyone is calling symmetrical triangles, but it is not the case that you can see it with the naked eye. So right here, what do we have is that we are getting into a squeeze point for Bitcoin. Also, if we go on the monthly frame and I type here BTC All Time, if you type BTC All Time, you are going to see the Bitcoin All Time History Index. Okay, and we are going to the logarithmic scale. I'm going to remove all the drawings. You can see back here how important it is for the monthly close and also how not important it is to hold the 20-day MA. If you check out historical data, you will notice something. We are holding the 20-day MA, but in overall, we are just falling down after. Look at this here back on 1st June 2018. Look at this on 1st November 2019. Look at this on to the 1st April 2024. We had a nice buying pressure. Then the next months were bullish. The next actually 2 months. Okay, and then we started correcting, going down from the 20-day exponential moving average. So it is good to hold it. That means that we have a strong support level, that on the start of May we will see a nice bullish environment, but at the end of the day it is not so important as we people think. On the monthly growth, for example, we do not have so much to say because we are going to close in a red candlestick. Okay, I do not think that today we are going to have the explosion of Bitcoin for around 13%, let's say, so we can have, or 20%, so we can have a great burst and go all the way higher. Okay, so the monthly will be red. However, right now, closing a little bit above the 20-day MA for the next days or for the next few weeks, it is important. For the next months, it is not. So I would say one of the most important support levels is where we are right now, and you can see why we struggle to go lower. We have a crazy support pressure right here that cannot let us to go even lower. Okay, so you can see on the monthly frame we have this one right here, this price action. If we go back to the daily frame, you will notice something. We are going down. We haven't seen any crazy crash right now or something. We are having the higher lows with the commodity channel index, which is good, and we are probably going to head towards a better price action. The stochastic RSI seems very neutral. You can see that it cannot move on the daily, or from the 24th April where we had the correction going on, it is just going sideways, right? It looks like it can grow potentially more, or it can correct more. On the other hand, we have the RSI with a bullish RSI divergence. In case no one noticed, we have a bullish RSI divergence on 11 April and on 26, 15 days ahead. Okay, we have a bullish RSI from this bottom right here all the way to this bottom down there. Okay, so if we see the bullish RSI divergence above the 30s, it means that it is not so strong. If we see the bullish RSI divergence when we get below the 30s, then it seems stronger. Okay, it is stronger, and we are more secure that we have the bullish RSI divergence environment, and we are going to get even higher. At the same time, for BTC against USDT, now these things are important. BTC USD short positions on Bitfinex, but it is a crucial platform to see because this is where the market and the most USD short positions are opened, including Bybit and other platforms, right? But eventually it is nice to see what are and how many short positions are opened. You can see an increase in the short positions. Back then, for example, when we had the increase on 9 July, yes, we went all the way down. Okay, we went having more correction. Look at that. Back on 9 July, if you remember, we had our last correction. However, look at this crazy drop in the short positions, right? And this is where eventually the bullish trend would come. Right here back on 25 June, let's say, for example, right here we had the 2021 crazy opening on short positions in one day plus 1000. You can check it out, but then we had the drop down again. So it means that yes, in shorter periods of time, it means that probably we are going to go further down, but we had this crazy open on short positions and we did not get anything, right? Instead, the amount of buying pressure we had on Bitcoin was very nice, and we went all the way to 48K. So we cannot say for sure that because we have some opening positions right there on the shorts, that we are going for sure towards the for example, towards the lowest points, which could be 36K and 35K. All right. So therefore, it doesn't mean so much at all. And especially with such a minor improvement in the short positions, it doesn't mean that we are going to go all the way down. Okay, do not worry about short positions. And we have seen that in other platforms, we have many long positions as well. Okay, so the short positions might increase, but we have a crazy long position holding right there that for Bitcoin. Let's see the BTC dominance right here. And you can see that I have drawn a trend-based Fibonacci extension. We are on this line right here, which is a very important resistance level line, the 42.44%. We are on Bitcoin's dominance. That means we are having the dominance in terms of percentage against other altcoins. Of course, if you invert the scale right here, you can see the altcoin dominance, that we are forming an ascending triangle and we are soon ready to break above. If you invert the scale again, you will see that Bitcoin, on the other hand, is in a descending triangle. Okay, lower highs right here, and we have the same lows. All right, so you can see that we are getting into a descending triangle, and most probable scenario is to correct. This is good. In general, when this happens, it is very good, and we are going to have the bull trend continuation. Right now, I want to point out something. Many people are saying that we are not in a bearish market. Of course, we are in a bearish market. Okay, we are from 10 November and 9 November, when we saw actually from 10 and 11 and after, where we saw this crash, and especially we are from 4 December, where we saw this huge massive decrease on the price. Okay, so of course we are in a correction mode and in a bearish market. However, we are not in a bearish cycle. This is different. We have to take into consideration the fact that we of course are in a bearish environment, and of course are in a bearish market right now. Of course, from the 26th January, it is going sideways. So this is good in terms of having a brief, a little bit of relaxing days, although it is a little bit frustrating. And I know that you are tired of the crypto market, but this is the crypto market, right? And this is every market. You need to have patience. You need to stay on your point, that if you believe that the market will go higher, just stay on it and of course protect it. But you need to not have actually biased opinions about the matters. Okay, so you need to know technical analysis. You need to know what you're looking at. And if you're looking at something that you know it is right and you fail, it is okay. Do not worry about that, because the next trades you will succeed. In the next trades, you will succeed. Okay, so right here for Bitcoin, what is the case? I believe that in order to get to the point and to get to the price targets, what I believe for BTC is that we are going to see a very nice buying pressure by the start of the month, mostly for the altcoins. Okay, and we are going probably to outperform this triangle right here that we have been going into. And I feel like this will mean that the altcoins will be eventually go higher. I feel like May will be good at the start of the month or in the middle. Okay, let's say between start and the middle of the month. And after, I think that into the next months, for example, July, August, the cryptocurrency market will drop down more. Okay, this is my personal opinion. I think that Bitcoin is going to go further down to the 30,000 USD. But anyway, let's stay on the good news for now. What I think it will happen is that even if we get a little bit of a correction on 1st May, let's say for example, and we just cannot hold this triangle right there, which could be very spannant, as I told you, or could be a neutral symmetrical triangle. Okay, so we are going to hold it again. You can check it out. You can see this is the triangle. And what do we have right now is that, yes, we could be potentially going higher. However, if it is a very spannant, we will be going a little bit lower. That doesn't mean, though, that we are going all the way lower. We had a very spannant back here as well. We went correcting, and then we had a crazy buying pressure. This was a fake out, right? So therefore, do not think that even if we close below, this will turn us into a lower levels of 36.4K. For example, we might be having something like this and then pump up. So I truly believe that the next days will be bullish, and we are going to see Bitcoin into the 44K and the 45K. However, after that, I'm not so certain where we can go. I do not think, for example, in my personal humble opinion, that we are going to see Bitcoin going to 48 to 49 again. And if it is going there, then we are going to stop probably at the 49.5 to 50K, and then we are going to have a correction going on. So please stay strong. The altcoins that are going to outperform Bitcoin are massively going to increase. Do not worry about them. And of course, always have patience. Patience is the key for success in the cryptocurrency market. Do not forget to join our monthly subscription, and see you soon with many more videos. Bye.